everyone, welcome to another Stellar Guitarist guitar tutorial. My name is Amber and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play What's Up by 4 Non-Blondes. Now this is a classic acoustic guitar song and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play the chords, the strumming pattern, as well as that main guitar riff that you hear at the start of the song. So go and get your guitar and let's jump into the lesson today. So let's start off by learning the chords that we're going to need in the song. We only need to learn 3 chord shapes today. So the first chord that we need is an A major. The next chord shape that we need is a B minor bar chord. But if this is too difficult for you, I have a much simpler version. All you need to do is take your first finger and you're just going to place it on the high E string in the 2nd fret while maintaining the fingers from the bar chord. And we're just going to be strumming from the 4th string down. This is an open chord version of B minor. And the final chord that we need for this lesson is a D major chord. So go ahead and pause the video here. Take a moment to practice transitioning back and forth between these 3 chords. One of the great things about this song is that the chord order is the same throughout the entire song, so it is going to make learning the chord sequence much easier to manage. So the first way that I'm going to be showing you how to play the song is super beginner friendly. I'm going to pull the chords up onto the screen, and as you can see, the chord sequence is A to a B minor, to D, and back to A again. So essentially, you're going to be playing 2 rounds of the A chord. Now, each of these chords is going to be held for a total of 4 beats. So you're going to do 4 down strums on each chord. So it could sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the B minor, 2, 3, 4 to the D, 2, 3, 4, back to A, 2, 3, 4. And you could really play the entire song just like that. Now, I want to encourage you to spend a little bit of time here practicing those chord transitions with those 4 down strums. Now, what you don't want is for there to be awkward pauses between your chord changes. So what you want to avoid is this. Find your B minor. And then you're going to try and find the D. So if this is happening to you, then you need to spend a little bit of time practicing those chord changes before going on in today's lesson. Now, in my beginner guitar program, the Stellar Academy, the program is jam-packed full of play-alongs, chord change exercises, plus I share all my tips and tricks on how to master your chord changes. So if this is something you need help with, then go ahead and click the link below this video and check it out. So once you can confidently change between those chords with 4 down strums, I'm going to show you a really easy way that you could play the song using a super popular strumming pattern, which I'm sure most guitarists start learning at the very beginning of their journey. And it sounds like this. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, up, down, up. And you would play that strumming pattern twice on each of the chords. Now, this is not the real pattern that is used in the original studio recording, but it is something that you can use as long as you're having fun and you're making music and you're enjoying yourself. That is really all that matters. So this is how it would sound if you used that strumming pattern in the song. Starting on an A, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, and to B minor, that great big heel of D, for a destined A chord. I A, when I knew I should, that the B minor of this brotherhood of D, for whatever to the A again. that works really nicely, and you can apply that to the entire song. Okay, so now that you know the chords and you can transition comfortably between them, let's jump into learning the original strumming pattern used in the studio recording. So this is how the strumming pattern in the song sounds. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. And if I play that on an A chord, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So this strumming pattern is known as a 16th beat rhythm, and if you want to count it out, it's going to sound like this. 1 and a 2 and a 3E and a E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3E and a 4E and a. Now you might be sitting at home thinking, Amber, how on earth do you expect me to get the strumming pattern right? I can't get the counts and I'm confused with the ups and the downs. Well, I want to put your mind at ease. I don't want you to stress. I want you to think about this strumming pattern as a rhythm. So all you need to really do is remember how the rhythm sounds. So we're going to take a moment here to try and clap the rhythm. So you can put your pick down, don't worry about strumming, and we're just going to clap it out. Remember that if you can't clap it, there's no way that you're going to be able to play it. So if we clap the rhythm, it's going to sound like this. And if I slow it down, and if you want to start trying to say the downs and the ups, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. So next up, we're going to put that rhythm back onto the guitar. Make sure that your arm is swinging in an even motion back and forth. And we're going to try and replicate that rhythm that we just clapped. So let's try that on an A chord, and it's going to sound like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So join in with me now. We're going to play that strumming pattern on the chords from the song in the correct sequence. Starting on the A chord, a 1, 2, 3, 4. To B minor, to D, and to A. So the last thing that I'm going to be teaching you today in terms of the chords is we're going to be adding a little bit of embellishment. Now, if you listen to the studio recording, specifically in the intro, there is something that happens with the chords, and it sounds like this. So what we're going to be doing is just lifting a finger off from each of those chords in the last up, down, up of each of the strumming patterns. So starting on that A, what you'll do is you're going to be lifting up the ring finger when you execute the last up, down, up. Up, down, up. So we've lifted off that ring finger. Then we're going to change to the B minor, and you're going to do the same. You're going to lift up just one finger, and it's going to be our first finger for the last 3 strums. Up, down, up. And we change to the D chord, and for the D we're going to lift up our middle finger. Before going back to the A and lifting up the ring finger again. And this you can play during the intro and the interlude of the song. I hope you have all been enjoying the lesson so far. If you have, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Remember to also switch on that notification button so YouTube can let you know when I release lessons just like this one. Right, let's get back into the lesson today. Right, so next up, I'm so excited. I'm going to be showing you guys how to play that solo part. Now we hear this in the intro of the song and we hear it during the interlude. I have made this specific solo a little bit easier than the original, so it's really quite simple and really fun to play. So it's great for you if you are at the beginner level. So let's jump into learning how to play the solo. The first thing we're going to need to do is put our first finger in the second fret on the G string. And we're going to hold that note out for quite some time. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to play that note again twice, quite quickly, one after each other. So the first bar, 1, 2, 3. So that's our first finger in the second fret on the G string. 1, 2, 3. The second bar, we're going to reach our third finger across into the fourth fret on our D string. We're then going to take our first finger and we're going to place it in the second fret on the D string. And then we're going to go back to the fourth fret. So we're pivoting between the fourth fret and the second fret. 4, 2, 4. So if we put those two bars together, 1, 2, 3. If we do that one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4. The third bar, we're going to go back to the second fret with our first finger on the G. And then we're going to go fourth fret, third finger. We're going to do first finger, second fret on the D. Back to the fourth fret on the D. So it's kind of echoing what we learned already in the second bar with that 4, 2, 4. Okay, we're going to go to the G string for the second fret with our first finger. And then back to the fourth fret on the D string with our third finger. So this can be a little bit confusing because we have the same notes being repeated over and over again. So take this section nice and slow and just make sure that you're using the correct fingers. Once you start doing weird things with your fingers, it's going to become more confusing. So make sure that your first finger stays in the second fret and your third finger is staying in the fourth fret. And you're just going to be pivoting back and forth between those two fingers. So if I play the whole thing for you, first, second, and third bar, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Now moving on to the fourth bar, we're going to go back to that first finger in the second fret on the G, and we're going to hold it out. 2, 3. So let's put that all together, the first, second, third, and the first part of that fourth bar. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. Now the last part of that fourth bar, we still have our first finger in the second fret on our G string, and we can put our third finger, sort of like a D chord, we're going to put our third finger into the third fret on the B string, and we're going to pivot back and forth between those two notes. So it'll be 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2. Now that last note, we have a stacked note there. We have our first finger in the first fret on the B and an open string. So we can strum them together. So we have the B string and the E string being strummed. 3, 2, and then the first finger and the open string. So there's a very quick position shift. Now, if that's too difficult for you, you don't have to move your first finger back, and you can just play the open E string. So it would sound like this. 2, 3, 2, open string. And we leave out the first finger completely. If we're just adding that first finger, it's going to give us that really bluesy sound that we hear in the song. And then the last bar, we're going to go back to that second fret on the G string. And we're going to hold the note out. Before moving on to the last 4 notes, which is going to be on the D string, we have an open D, second fret on the D, back to the open, and second fret again. So now that you've learned all the sections of that intro, let's play it from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Now, if you listen very carefully to the song, there are 4 notes that come in right at the very beginning, and this is the only time that we play these 4 notes. The rest of the song will always start from that first note that we learned initially. But the intro starts off with 4 open E strings before we jump in with that first note on the second fret on the G. So we're going to have 4 open strings. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. A 1, 2, 3, 4. There you have it, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today and jamming along to What's Up by 4 Non-Blondes. If you enjoyed the lesson today, then I'm sure you're going to love the lesson that is being suggested to you right now on the screen. Please don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel and join the Stellar Guitarist community. It would be great to meet you, so pop a comment down below, say hi, let me know which songs you'd like me to teach in the future, and until next week, I will see you in the next lesson. Have a really great day. Bye!